Human rights concerns in rapidly growing economies were in focus at a side event held during the 61st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council at the Palais des Nations. The discussion, titled Economic Growth and Human Rights Deprivation, brought together international experts to examine the gap between economic progress and human rights protections in Asian nations. Organized by the International Career Support Association, the event highlighted how rapid economic expansion can sometimes mask underlying human rights challenges. Speakers pointed to concerns surrounding labor rights, freedom of expression, and the broader social impact of development policies.
Mainly we talk about Pakistan because the privileges have to be kept like 27 different human rights conventions and treaties. But as a Pakistan, as we all know, that they are violating human rights severely, and people are fleeing from the country or killed or tortured. So, and enforced disappearances are rampant, and also there are so many people missing. So we are talking about how to prevent these things. We are not trying to exclude the Pakistan, but we want the Pakistan to follow all the rules so that they can get the privilege for the GSP Plus without any trouble. But at this moment, they are lack of honor to the treaties.
Panelists emphasized that sustainable development requires accountability, transparency, and inclusive governance, ensuring that no communities are left behind.
As a Bangladeshi, I have to tell about my country. Now, what we want really is that to grow economy, to keep the stable country, to keep the people happy, to bring back democracy and secularism, we need human rights to be implemented, and also we need democratic right, political right, and civil right for everybody.
The discussion also addressed international frameworks, such as the GSP plus trade system, and how global partnerships can influence human rights standards.
Poverty is since 70% of the people, they suffer multi-directional, multifaceted. So they are not only poor by money, they are poor by water, they are poor by health, they are poor by education, they are poor by infrastructure. 40% of the youth who come from university, they are unemployed. Millions of those people whose dependence and livelihood was on Delta and Indus, they have been thrown into poverty. In reality, this is not my figures. The poverty in Pakistan, and particularly in Sindh, which, as the Arif said, is one of the richest provinces and richest states of Pakistan, has increased. So the question, not to Pakistan, question is to the European Union, that how do you do it? You say it is for protection of human rights, and your report says they're not. It's for sustainable development. They literally decimated the ecology, and they say it is for the poverty elevation. Poverty has increased. The people are suffering. The question is to them that whether they want to punish the perpetrators or they want to, because every penny that they give that doesn't go to the human rights protection, doesn't go to sustainable development, doesn't go to poverty alleviation, it goes to support the existing tyrannical regime, and it should stop, and it is our role and it is our duty to raise this voice further and further until they are able to hear it.
Experts concluded that bridging the gap between economic growth and human rights remains a critical global challenge. They called for stronger international cooperation to ensure that progress is not only measured in numbers, but in human dignity and rights.